So we'll be working on leading with Sebastian again. This time we're going to be leading from the grooming area to the round pen. So I'm just reinforcing him for staying still here with his head straight, and I'm just rapid fire feeding because he's in that correct position. Then I'm going to hit my walk forward cue, which is just walk on. I'll show him my hand, and then I'll start walking on with him. And then I'm just going to feed him back because here he's walked past me. I do have to be careful here because he did kick his hindquarters out, not to reinforce that a lot, and you could just have him take another step over by feeding him over so that he takes that step over with the front foot to the left, and then he's got his hind feet lined up with his front feet. This is a little bit better example here of feeding back where he's kept his front feet straight. So this looks good. Now he's pretty much in the correct position right here. He's walking off, so that's not what I want. I'm just going to ignore that, give him a pause. Then we'll just kind of walk to the side, ask him again. That looks better. So now I'm clicking as we go forward, and he's in that correct position next to me. Oh, and he's walking off. So I'm going to feed him back because I've already clicked. And he's kind of confused. He's eating, so he's not super worried about getting the food that's in my hand. So I'm just going to wait for him. And he's a little confused. I'm going to show him that there's food in my hand and have him back up. And he's done this a few times, so I think he's just not really, like, the thing with him is once he has food in his mouth, he's like, I'm good. Like, I don't really need to do anything else now because I have this, you know? So I definitely had to work on finding a good value of treat for him and the good right amount of food for him as well. So that looked good. He's leading forward with me pretty well. And then we're going to work on doing some leading in the round pen. So going forward, and he's kind of like curving in front of me, so I kind of want to work on that where he's just nice and straight. Here I'm just going to walk away when he does that, and then he can, he's in a really good spot right there. His front feet are kind of even with my feet. That's kind of where I'd like him to be. Give him a little jackpot there. That's pretty nice. But yeah, when he gets in front of me, I kind of just turn to the other side to where he's behind me again, essentially. So again, feeding back. He takes those steps back so that he's lined up with me again. Oop, and there goes my target. That's okay. We weren't working on the target. I was just trying to keep that out of the way here. I'm just going to reinforce him for staying still and being in that correct position still while get my target secured here. Very nice. This looks good. I just want that position of being right next to me super rewarding for him. I want him to be like, this is the great place. This is where all the food comes in. So I'm clicking as he goes forward and follows me, and then feeding him back so he's in that correct position. And then reinforcing for being in that position so that I'm very clearly like, this is where I want you to be in this position. And he's his hindquarters stepped out a little bit. That's okay. I can probably take a step, yep, like that, over, push his shoulders over, and now feed him in the correct position. That was what I was talking about earlier, is when he had stepped those hindquarters out. And just making sure that he's in that correct spot all the time. Because I don't want to just overlook that and then I'm reinforcing that behavior as well, because that's not something that I wanted. If you really don't care about it, then that's fine. But that's just one of those things that bothers me. I'd like him to be straight. So feed him back again here. And then giving him my cue to walk forward. And then he walks forward just a step or two in the correct position, and I'll give him a jackpot.